Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here under the leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come, I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambiguous? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he's ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on Lupercal I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure he's an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me, my heart is in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings. If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong. Has he, masters? I fear there will come a worse in his place. Mark ye his words, would he not take the crown? Therefore 'tis certain he was not ambitious. If it be found so, some will dare abide it. Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping. There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony. Now mark him, he begins to speak again.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. It is his will. Let but the commoners hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying, mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as rich legacy unto their issue.
We'll hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony. The will, the will. We'll hear Caesar's will.
Have patience, gentle Romans. I must not read it. It is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being me, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. It is good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it?
Read the will. We'll hear it. Antony, you shall read us the will, Caesar's will.
Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
There were traitors, honorable men. The will, the testament. There were villains, murderers. The will. Read the will.
You will compel me then to read the will? Then make a ring around the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend, and will you give me leave?
Come down, descend, you shall have leave. A ring, stand round. Stand from the hearse, stand from the body. Room for Antony, most noble Antony.
Nay, press not so upon me. Stand far off.
Stand back, room, bear back.
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time Caesar put it on. 'Twas on a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the Nervii. Look in this place ranged Cassius's dagger. See what a rip the envious Casca made. For this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved if Brutus so unkindly knocked, or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all, for when the noble Caesar saw him stab, ingratitude, more strong than traitors' arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his place, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood. Great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen! Then I and you and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind souls, what weep when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look, you here. Here Here is himself, marred as you see with traitors.
O piteous spectacle, O noble Caesar, O woeful day, O traitors, villains, O most bloody sight. We will be revenged, revenge, about, seek, burn, fire, kill, slay, let not a traitor live.
Stay, countrymen.